gracious. I really didn't look at the thermometer before I came out here. It's cold. It's one of the coldest, windiest days of the year so far, for a fact. But yesterday was Thanksgiving Day. Have a whole lot to be thankful for, that's for sure. God has really blessed us. Blessed me personally, blessed our family, and blessed this nation. Period. So much to be thankful for. And Diane and I have lived long enough so we've become the family patriarch and matriarch. And so virtually the entire family was out here yesterday. Had a great time. So I didn't go to bed until late last night. This is the first morning I really slept in since deer season actually began. And I did sleep in. Felt good too. And the solar period doesn't start until 9:30. Just now starting. So we'll just see what this mid-morning solar period might bring. Changing the weather. Never know. We never know until we try. So right now, I'm going to turn on my buddy heater, and I'm going to fire up the stove here in a little while and make me a pot of coffee. These fox squirrels are chasing around all over the place. I've actually seen a dozen or so of them out together running around, but I couldn't get the camera on. Made me a cup of coffee out here on this cold, windy day. It is cold and windy, but here in Quigley, here in Fort Quigley, it's quite nice. Got my little buddy heater going. Of course, it blocks all the wind out. A world of difference in here and outside this thing. I reckon the older I get, the more I like the comforts of the Quigley. I love the deer hunt probably more now than I ever did. But I put a little more emphasis on enjoying it and the comfort than I ever did before. And I just sit back, relax, and let the deer season unfold. Getting a deer, getting a big deer or something like that is not as important as it used to be by a long shot. I enjoy the hunting of it more than I ever did. But bagging a net on becomes less important. I reckon I just enjoy the fact that at 81 years old, I can still come out here and enjoy this. I've still got good health, get around good. I do well. I'm thankful for that, and I'm certainly going to enjoy it. So, let me just sit down here and enjoy my coffee. I don't know if you can really hear it or not, but it died down just a little. Wind was howling like crazy. Died down a little bit. I'll tell you, I still say this has been one of the strangest deer seasons that I've seen ever. The deer patterns, their movement patterns, everything just turned on its ear. Nothing has been normal about it at all. And the same thing is true for not just my hunting, but a lot of people, a lot of hunters you talk to. Nothing's right for them. And then others, they've had some pretty decent luck. But overall, everybody's saying, what in the world's wrong with the deer season this year? I don't know, but something is. It is crazy. But it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I've got, what have I got? 3, 4, 5. I got 5 and 2, 6. I got 7 hides so far that I've fleshed. Well, some of them got fleshed, some are in the freezer. Anyway, I've got 7 of my goal of having 8 to 12 hides to make buckskin out of. I've got 7 so far. I would really like to concentrate and try to get does for the rest of the number up. I'd like to get several doe skins. I don't know where I'm going to have to go to get them, though. I certainly don't want to shoot them here. Even my numbers are just not up to where they should be. In this immediate area, the deer herd's just not up to where it should be. Nothing like it used to be. Boy, before the blue tongue hit, I had tons of deer. Now, the population's way down. And then that's true of a lot of places. In certain areas, the numbers will be down. In other areas, it's skyrocketing. You know what's nuts is in town and in subdivisions is where some of the heaviest deer population are. I mean, Lord mercy. My nephew lives in a subdivision. He'll have 30, 35 deer in his yard every time he turns around. He hates them. He can't have anything. They eat up everything. Out here in the country where you'd think you got really good habitat, you don't, just nowhere near that kind of number. He'll have 30, 35 in his half-acre lot. I'll have a half a dozen on the whole farm. crazy. Oh goodness. But it feels good to be in here in this nice warm snug as a bug in a rug quickly. With that wind, cold wind whipping around down there. And there is one good thing so far, I've really been blessed. I've been blessed today on this cold, windy, rough, wintry day out there. I haven't got one. Haven't even seen one that I want to shoot. Gracious day. Yeah. Of course, if a big one shows up, I mean, I'll take him, but maybe I'll be fortunate and blessed enough that one won't show up. There's a lot of season left. If I want to do it, I mean, you got all of December and the first week or so of January if you want to bow hunt. Now, of course, I probably won't do any bow hunting, but got about 3 more weeks of muzzleloader season coming in. Oh, even though we got the regular firearm season is winding down soon, take a little break, then go back and hit it hot and heavy for the late muzzleloader, which I love the muzzleloader anyway. So. Yep. And my buddy Jerry and I may go over to South Carolina for a couple of days. He's got some friends over there that they go there and hunts on, and they hunt with rifles, shotguns, both, and I think they even run dogs, some I believe. But anyway, he hadn't been over there in a few years, and so they want him to come over, and so we're going to go over for just a couple of days hunt. Probably only hunt a couple of days or so, but anyway, it'd be a welcome change. Go over and do a little bit of flatland hunting instead of always mountain hunting like we do here. Huh. My goodness. We'll keep watch a while longer. Well, as you can see, the weather has cleared, the sun's bright. It's a late afternoon. Normal late afternoon movement period for deer. And it's a minor shoulder period going on. And for whatever reason, the deer just have not been moving at all. Big change in weather and all that, I don't know. But virtually everybody in this whole part of the country, like I said, the deer movements have not been normal. They certainly have not been their normal self here. It's just strange, not much movement at all. There were 3 days back early in the season that there was a lot of movement. Since then, buddy, it just been very spotty to say the least. Anyway, I'll hang around here for another hour or so. Watch for a late afternoon movement period. But you know, talking about the very, very little bit of deer movement that I've seen in the last couple of 3 days anyway. but actually the whole season. That's another one of the joys of trying to video something, make a video of it. Either SD card's always filling up or you run out of battery power, so battery died and I had to change that. But anyway, there's been a lot of traffic, vehicular traffic in and out. One thing, I was trying to put together a few deer hides, to make buckskin out of them. So, one of the guys come out here and they bring their deer and I'll skin it out because I would prefer to skin them out myself and skin it really carefully to try to keep all the, knife nicks out of it. And even myself, if I was just skinning one, I wasn't going to save the hide. I mean, you just get it off quickest and easiest way you can, you wind up with a lot of nicks in the hide. Well, you don't want that if you're going to try and make buckskin. You want to keep the hide as good as possible. Right there's the first deer. Oh my goodness. What is that? That looks good. Oh my, what is it? That's a good cotton picking 8-pointer up there. That's the best deer that I've seen. Lord, while I was fooling around trying to get the camera on him, he left and I don't know where he went. That was a good buck. I don't remember who made the statement many years ago that big game hunting is hours and hours of boredom, followed by seconds of pandemonium. I have to sort of agree with that. I've sat around, particularly the last several days, haven't seen anything, hardly anything at all, and nothing today, nothing. Sitting here yakking my jaws and look up and there's a deer, and I put the binoculars on, but yeah, looks like a good buck, and put the spot scope on him real quick, and it's a very good buck. The best buck I've seen all year, that's for sure. So I thought, oh yeah, I'm going, I got to try to take him. So getting the window open, the shooting bench slid over to the window and stuff, and then I decided, boy, I'd really try to get him on camera. So I got the camera, I think, set up. I think I got it set up. And turned around to pick up my rifle, brought it up here, and Ruger number 1, got it up here on the shooting bench, was going to load it, and I looked up, and he's gone. So I have no idea where he went. But he's out there in the wide open. And he followed the general rule out here, buddy. If you see a deer that you want, you generally got a matter of seconds to get it. Because the vast majority of the time they're crossing these fields. They're not lollygagging around out here anyway. That's what he did. The field's just real narrow up there where he came out anyway. It's right where the field goes up and it just kind of points, kind of like an arrowhead, points up into the woods up there on that high hill. He come out right near the tip of the arrow point, so he had woods on 3 sides of him, very, very close, just within a leap or two. And brother, before I could get all that done, I mean, I think if I turned the record button on, which I'm notorious for not doing, I might even have a little bit of him on here. I don't know. If I did and didn't jar the camera off target, I might even be able to see where he went. I don't know. I'll get back to the house here in a little while. I'll pull this SD card and put it up on the computer and see if I can figure out maybe what happened a little bit. I don't know. After seeing nothing for seemingly forever, and then boom, there's the best deer you've seen all year. Best deer of the year. He just boom, he was just there. I don't know where he came from. I just looked up and he's right in the middle of that little opening up there. I didn't see him come from the woods or nothing. I just look up and there he is. Look up again and there he ain't. There he am and there he ain't. I don't know where he went. I have no earthly idea where he went. But I have kept an eye out all over the whole place, because oftentimes they'll appear here, then there, you know. Particularly if it's deer that been around here a while, they'll kind of follow a pattern. They go from, if they disappear here, they'll probably show up there, that sort of thing. That buck, I've never seen that buck before. He's probably a traveler. He probably wasn't used to the place. I don't know. You could see him again at any second. Then again, you may never see him again. But anyway, I got a little bit of excitement, that's for sure. I got everything except a shot. I got the rifle up and ready and everything. And now, if I just wanted to take the deer and didn't fool trying to get the camera set up and everything, I probably could have got him, you know. But fooling around with these cameras can cost you a lot of game, and they can cost you a lot of fish. That's for sure. But it's fun if you don't take the effort, and it's effort, and it's work, and it's a job. But when you do it, then you've got some memories that you can look back on, you know. If you don't do it, it's just memories up here. It's nice to go in and get the old remote, put it up, and you can actually see it again, you know. So you can catch that fish over and over and over and over again, or you can bag that deer over and over and over again, you know. It's just a whole lot to be said for trying to self-video a hunt, and there's a whole lot to be said against it. A lot to be said against it. But you have to make up your mind. You may cost yourself fish, you may cost yourself some deer, but trying to preserve the memories of it. 'Cause it's not easy to get everything set up, that's for sure. It's not easy to capture that little bit of action. In fact, it's difficult. Most of the time anyway. But anyway, at least I saw one. That's a good deal there. I got to see a really good buck. I got the adrenaline going. You got to get the excitement, you know. But then I didn't get him. So I don't have to get out there in that bitter cold wind and skin him out and cut him up either. But that's a pretty good blessing. I mean, get to see a really good buck like that and get the old adrenaline going, but not have to get out there in that cold and fool around with it. That's a good deal too. So I don't know. Maybe with a little luck, he might show up again here in a minute or two. And then again, with a whole lot of luck, maybe he won't. So either way, if he shows up, I'll definitely try to get him. If he don't show up, I'll kind of be glad I did. Oh well. Life here on the frontier. Life here at Fort Quigley. That's the way it is. It has its ups and it has its downs. Well, another thing, like I said, I've talked a lot about solar periods. And I've gone a couple of days really without seeing anything. I didn't see anything yesterday at all. Of course, yesterday's Thanksgiving, you know, whatever. And you didn't hunt all day, and then the day before I didn't hardly see anything. And today, you have the best of several worlds. First, as we all know, there's oftentimes a normal wildlife movement early in the morning, late in the afternoon. And whenever you get a solar period, whether it be a minor or major, that coincides with that that normal late afternoon or early morning movement period, that's just stacking. We're talking about stacking the odds in your favor, you know, doing everything you can, observing everything and applying everything that you can to try to put the odds in your favor. Well, I'm hunting late afternoon, it was sundown, right in the middle of a minor solar period, late afternoon, minor solar period. And it's on one of the better days from a solar period monthly standpoint that says that this is when you're likely going to get him. And like I said, me, my brother, and most all my friends and everybody that I hunt with and around, they all follow the solar periods. And this year, no different than any other year. Everybody's got their buck, their best bucks, during one of those solar periods. I did not get this buck, but I have not seen anything in days, and with a normal late afternoon movement period, coinciding with a late afternoon solar period, minor solar period, coinciding with that late afternoon normal movement period, and on one of the best rated days of the month, right out of the blue, bam, there comes up the best buck I've seen all year. I haven't seen a buck of that quality since last year, period. So on one of the top rated days, late afternoon, normal period, coinciding with a solar period, coinciding with that late afternoon movement period, the best buck that I've seen since last year just popped out on the field. And well, I'm trying to get everything set up, knowing you got to hurry, because most likely you've only got a few seconds. So you're trying to identify what he is. Yeah, he's a good buck and all that. And then you're trying to get the shooting bench in position. Then you try to get the camera in position. Hopefully I turned the record button on. And lastly, I pick up my rifle. And then when I look up, he's gone. But nevertheless, the best buck I've seen in a long time came up on one of the most likely days for you to see your best buck. Now, that's what the solar periods are telling you, This is the days that you're most likely to, and this is the time during the day that you're most likely to. Well, both of them most likely's came together. And I saw the best buck that I've seen in a long time. And I will keep an eye out the rest of the light, and I will put in a good long hard day tomorrow. Because tomorrow will wind down the regular deer season. We've still got well over a month of deer hunting left, but tomorrow wind down your regular firearm season. It got so cold I turned my buddy heater on too. The doe just stepped out up there where that buck was. There she is. That's where the buck disappeared. Gracious. Daggum tripod drives you absolutely crazy. It wanders around all over the place. You lock it down right there, and it just starts drifting around everywhere. But there are several. I think it's a doe, 2 fawns, I think's what that is. They're right there where that big buck was. There's a big buck there just a few minutes ago. Oh, good. My binocular got dropped right on the heater. Heavens to Betsy. Watch this crazy thing. I have to get me another. Tripod. The thing just wanders around everywhere. That big buck was there. Fawns fawns certainly are not paying any attention to anything. The doe looks around a little bit, but oh goodness. The does are acting a bit goofy. That buck. And dog. Evidently, that was the buck that came back, or a buck, and ran those 3 does off. They all got excited and took off to the woods. They're all gone now. Oh goodness. Last one just leaving. I've got a shooting light left. If the buck would just show himself. He was a hot footing it there. And does run around everywhere and him right in the middle of it. He didn't stop. That son of a gun. He gave me a good look at him. And he decided to hot-footed around. Shooting light is fast fading. I don't see hide or hair of a deer right now. So I think I'll just go ahead and break camp. Load the old 7mm. Turn off the heater, close up the windows and go to the house. Be back in the morning.